Hi friends, Blake LaGrange here, and I'm so excited to show you this video about College Incubator. Let's dive in. So why? This is the best question to ask anybody anything. My 4-year-old asks me this all the time. Why am I making this video? What's going on here? Well, I'm super passionate about making a lot of money doing what I really love. Those two things are so incredibly important for me. So if you're already doing this, if you're already at $100,000 a month right now, then just stay to the end. I've got something super special for you. But this is me. I have 10 years as a music producer, a decade. And I spent 10,000 hours doing that craft. So I became an expert. And then I mastered 30,000 songs. Yes, no joke. I absolutely did that with a team. And it was amazing. And we had an amazing process. So music producer turned into an expert that validated a process at scale. I did this in like real life, not like on an online marketing world, right? So here's what happened. I mastered one song and it basically cost the customer $150 to master a song. I then packaged that whole process that I had and sold that process in the form of education for $4,000. Same outcome, different price point. It was amazing. So I started mastering.com. If you don't know what that is, you can go here. It's the future of higher education for music production. And they keep doing it. The team's rocking and rolling. They're amazing. They're incredible. Started that company and really, really proud of it. And we grew it to over $300,000 months. I mean, it was crushing. And it still is. It's awesome. It's an amazing business. But after I did that for a while, I really found the power of online education. That's really what it is. So a few years ago, I went all in and started something called college.com. And you can open this up, check it out. You can take a look at what it used to be. If you go here, college.com/incubator, check out that video. Basically like a done-for-you agency type model. And it was really fun. Basically, the vision is to disrupt traditional education. There's something obviously terribly wrong with it. We all know that. And what we did was we partnered with experts. You know, people like me, right? The expert of 10,000 hours as a music producer. And we just were looking for those people. We were like a record label finding underground talent. And what we did was we packaged their creative genius and their process into like a product, right? Like a course or a mastermind or something like that. Then we would sell that information as a product. And at the time, we would do everything. We had a team of around 33 people at the time. There they are waving. Hello. It was a big operation. And yeah, 33 team members. And it got to the point where we were sort of like a portfolio company, if you will. And we got on a call with Alex Hormozi and Layla, and we were looking to partner with them and scale that. You know, they only work with businesses that do at least $3 million a year. And we were doing that. And we were partnering with them and seeing where could we take college. And it was a pretty cool journey. And not many people know it because I don't really hype online all the time and do any flexing or any of that nonsense. But honestly, everything about that it didn't feel right. It was crazy. It just didn't feel right. It wasn't true to who I was. It might have been true to the vision and it might have been true to all the team members, but it didn't feel right to me. So major changes happened. I sold an info product business, mastering.com. I was doing multi-seven figures and I sold the company and it's amazing. The team is running it. They're incredible. I'm so proud of that team. But then what I did was I went all in on college again, but in a different way. So I stripped it down and kind of started again. And so I went on a podcast to talk about it. You can watch the podcast here. Just me and Sam, the founder of Skool, talking about it, 3 hours long. Super interesting, I think. And I just asked myself, what if I broke all the rules? How would I just do it the way I want to do it? I want to make money doing what I love. How do I keep doing that? So I asked myself the question, and I wrote it down somewhere here. I wrote down, what would a $50,000 a year mastermind look like? I want to do that. But I want to do it for free. So I didn't necessarily need to charge, really. So I just said, okay, cool. We'll do a $50,000 a year mastermind. We'll do it for free. And all that I did was just one call every week. So I brought some people together in a group in this school, which is basically an LMS. And we just do one call a week. And we've done it for, let's see, since January or December. Yeah. every week. And they're amazing. No content, no course, no hype, just one call. I just show up and I see what happens. And I'm telling you, it's been phenomenal. Check this out. One call went for 6 hours. Look at this, 6 hours and 12 minutes. And they are just amazing. I mean, truly, it's so fun. And everybody gets amazing results. So if I go here and look at Value Call, so we call them, you can just see so many people talking about them. So Value Call, here's one from March 1st. We have people doing multi-seven figures a year showing up here. Somebody in the event planning place. We worked out an offer, saving him a ton of years. This one went for 4.5 hours. We've got all different kinds of people in here. And people are saying things like, I'm getting more out of these calls than when I pursued my master's degree. Talking about their favorite moments. One of the most potent calls I've ever been a part of, including $15,000 programs. This Value Call is immense, and seriously can't believe how valuable these calls are. It's just amazing. It's just such fun stuff. And they just keep going. We build out offers. I paid $10,000 in the past and never came close to the value of this call. And it's just for free. This one went for 2.5 hours long. It's like the best mastermind you can find in this space. Truly, it really is. And I just show up and we just talk and collaborate. People are saying it's incredible watching you work. It's really cool. People are really excited about it. And I mean, I can go on and on. It's just amazing the type of results people are getting. This guy, Jazz, he's in the music education space. We made a $4,800 offer together. He was selling something for way less. We worked it all out together, and now he's launching that, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, tons of amazing results. I can keep going on and on. And look, this one's 4 hours long. I said, if people paid $50,000 to get a mastermind, what would that look like? It would look like this. And people are just saying how much they love it. Like far out. Again, this is so relatable. And we're talking about like our childhood and stuff. This guy said something so sweet, calling me how I was like Sam Evans is Batman, and I'm like, I'm Superman or something. It was really sweet. Just so encouraging. Anyways, I can go on and on. There's tons of these. It just happens online every single week. And we just go. And it's so fun. Here's what ended up happening is people started direct messaging me completely unprompted. Literally, I had like nothing to sell them. And they were just asking me to help them, because they knew my experience and they had a great experience on the calls. And they just said, can you help me with these specific things? So I started working with some of them. And then I said, maybe there's a couple other people who need help. So I made one post for Incubator. This is the first iteration of it. And here it is, looking for 10 people. And it's full. And it's sold out. I cannot tell you how quickly this sold out. I mean, I had tons of people being like, is there still enough space? Can I still get in? It sold out in like a few hours. Just one post. I didn't push it or anything. Then there were people doing $100,000 a month, but they felt stuck. And they were really resonating with what I was saying about trying to re-engineer the business to where they liked it, where they got it back again. Maybe they could possibly sell it. So I said, okay, maybe there's a couple people who want to do stuff like that. So I made one post. Partners, boom, full. This sold out in like a day or something. And that's like a high 5 figures thing. I was like shocked. And this was much different than any other info business that I've ever built. No ads, no sales call, no team. I was pretty stoked. But danger, this is where things get weird, okay? Normally people here say, now I'm going to show you how to do it. All you need is a free group, and all you need is to do a value call, and all you need is to, post your calls and then wait for people to DM you. Danger. This is what's called marketers marketing to marketers. Danger. No good. And it's so bad, and it's become such a funny thing in the community that somebody in the community bought this domain, marketers marketing to marketers.com. They bought it, and it just redirects to college because I'm trying to break the feedback loop. This space is filled with it. People are just buying courses, and being marketed to a certain way. And then the course that you buy shows them how to market to their customers the way that you are marketed to. It's just insanity. So this whole marketing to marketers, I found is really, it's a bubble that's going to pop. So most videos at this point, after I showed you all of these cool results, what they will say is, I will show you how to do the same thing. I'll show you how to get an audience, put them into a group, sell them stuff, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not going to do that. That's a feedback loop, and it's psycho, and I hate it. I mean, I hate that feedback loop with a passion. Do not be enamored with marketing. There isn't one way to market or one way to even do things. So it's like, is high ticket the thing? Is courses a thing? Is masterminds a thing? Are free groups a thing? I just hate it all. They're all just tools for this space. So this works for me, but maybe not for you. And that's when I realized something. Once I got on a call with one of the people in the partners group. His name's Joe, and he was helping people make millions of dollars a year in NFTs. We worked together, and we basically broke down the entire business, put him as an operator, partnered with a subject matter expert, and now they're building a women's health offer. Totally, totally different. And he's thriving now because he's not fixated to one model. And he said something interesting to me. He said, Blake, and I promise I'm going to land the plane here. He said, Blake, there's the sage and the superhero. You're like the sage, not the hero. And I'm like, what in the world are you talking about, Joe? Like, I literally don't know what you're talking about. So I looked up what sage was, and I figured it'd be fun to do it on ChatGPT. So I did sage versus hero. And this is what it said. It's basically a hero is able to inspire and motivate, but a sage offers a different kind of value through their wisdom and experience. Here are a few ways a sage might be better than a hero in mentoring or coaching relationship. So depth of insight. A sage is someone who's accumulated a wealth of knowledge and experience. Their advice is more nuanced and focused on the long term rather than the short term. Calm and steady guidance, associated with calm and steady demeanor. They're not driven by some ego ambition like a hero might have. The guidance is grounded in a sense of equanimity and inner peace. I was reading this and I'm going, yeah, I feel like I resonate with this. It feels weird to call myself a sage, but that's kind of what's going on. So time-tested wisdom, sage wisdom has been tested over time, stood the test of time, not based on trends, fads, temporary solutions, etc., etc. Anyways, you can go read this. Overall, sage may be better than a hero because they offer a different kind of value that is focused of depth of insight, calm and steady guidance, time-tested wisdom, etc., etc. And you kind of need both. So I'm like, okay, cool. I guess I'm a sage. And, it really resonates though. And this is where I kind of found, I guess, my secret sauce, if you will, is I actually coach and mentor you on the right model, the right path, and the right strategy that is specific for you, not fitting you into one fixed specific model. Not following after me, but finding a path that actually works for you and is different for everyone. That's what a sage is. So you come and you say, hey, I've got this high ticket business, I want to do what you're doing. What I do is I kind of push back and go, why are you asking this? Is this the right business for you? And I find something that works for you. And that's the sort of the combination of things that I do within Incubator. So that leads me basically to what is Incubator? The whole reason why we're watching this video, right? College Incubator. If you're looking at this video, it's because you were on a wait list, or maybe you're the second or third group of people to watch this after the wait list. But here's what it is. What is Incubator? So, the North Star. This is a goal, is to make consistent $100,000 months in a way that feels just right to you. Not in a way that's psycho and weird, and you got to follow this one specific model. Sometimes it takes a few months to get here. Sometimes it takes a year. And, sometimes you're making $100,000 a month, but you hate your life. So we need to break it down, find something that's right for you, and then build it back up again. And the goal is to do this without never sacrificing your passion or your skill sets. And by shifting into packaging your creative genius or process into a product, namely online education. So this works at scale because your entire process is fulfilled by the content and fixed delivery. So the idea is that you sell $3,000 to $24,000 one-time, monthly, or a combination of the two products. So once we crack this together, it's really the secret to consistently getting to $100,000 months and beyond. So who is this for? Now, this is absolutely where you got to tune in and listen, because I'm going to explain to you whether or not you should join this, okay? So see if you're one of these things. Who is this for? The first person is an expert. So see which one you are, right? You're perfect for Incubator, and I'm going to invite you to join if you are an expert already making at least $10,000 a month. You know, if you're making $10,000 a month and you're not good at what you're doing, then I'm not interested in working with you. If you're an absolute expert, but you've never made a dollar doing it, then I'm not really the person to basically be helping you. You got to be underground talent, an expert, doing stuff in the real world, at least having some monetization with your skill sets. So you could be this person, but you don't know how to leverage your creative genius or process, and you want to get to the next level, basically. And if you don't have an audience, which all these experts do, that's fine. I sold my education business doing millions a year with 7 subscribers on YouTube. Don't worry, there's a way to do this. The next person is maybe you're a course creator. So maybe you've already gotten the sort of the bug of creating courses or masterminds or something like this, but you're sort of stuck at $30,000 months, and you just feel stuck. And you basically maybe you'll pick up the pieces here and there from different programs or something, but you've never been mentored to find the combination that feels just right for you. That's sort of the second person that's perfect for Incubator. And then the third is really like YouTubers, or what I like to call just creators. So this is basically anybody who has a large social media following. This is cool. Basically, you have what every coach or consultant or whatever wants, is a great audience to sell to. But you're sitting on a gold mine because you have an audience, but you don't have an offer. So this is basically perfect for you if you've always wanted to launch or grow some sort of course, mastermind, community, online education business, but you don't know the best path forward. I'm somebody who knows how to monetize all of these things in a way that really works for you. So you also might be like a done for you or a done with you person. This is basically like an agency or like a service-based business that you've hit like a limit of scale, and you need a new fulfillment mechanism for growth and profit. So you genuinely feel stuck, or you can't break past the $500K to $1 million a year mark without things falling apart. So I'm thinking specifically of like done with you, creative agencies or something like this. You're perfect for Incubator. And then the last but not least is a business to consumer. So this is B2C. So if you're here, then you hold a very, very special place in my heart, because this is who I was when I started this. This is if you have a service or product that is a non-financial ROI offer. So something in the music space, yoga, art, meditation, stuff like that. You probably, let me guess, you probably don't resonate with all the business and marketing hype that these psycho scale ads are that you see on YouTube. Then if that's you, then you're perfect for Incubator, because you hold a very, very special place in my heart, because that's who I am. So again, towards the end of this video, I have something special for somebody already doing $100,000 months. You want to possibly exit or fix your business by breaking the rules. You're stuck at 70 to 30K a month. If this is you, then hang around to the end. I've got something cool for you as well. Okay, so how does this all work? This is where the rubber meets the road, right? So I'll keep it as short as I can. The goal with Incubator is to consistently get to 100K months. And again, this is just a marker, some marker of success. What's more important is doing it in a way that you love and doing the things that you love. This might take a couple months, may take a year. That's the goal though. And it's got to be in a way that feels just right to you without following one specific model. That's the goal with Incubator. So I'm going to invite you to basically dive in and see the steps that's going to take to get here. Okay, so step 1 is finding the right model and choosing what type of business you want. So this is crucial. Some people sell courses or high ticket or low ticket or masterminds, all that stuff. But what we're going to do is actually find the right model that works for you, and you're going to choose which one you want. Get really clear on that. And if you're already doing this, we'll take a look at what it is that you're doing, and then we'll refine it to make sure it makes sense for you and what you want to build. Then step 2 is creating a compelling offer that is true to you, and then defining your place in the business. So you might have an offer already, but we're going to make it like 10 times better. We're going to really monster it out. And then defining your place in the business, you might really be an operator, and really you might need to pair up with somebody who's a subject matter expert. Or you're a subject matter expert that doesn't have an operator, and you need to kind of stay in your lane and then find an operator. I'll talk about that later. But really, the goal is to together get a compelling offer that's true to you, and then defining who you are in that business. The third step is gathering assets to go to market. So this is taking the offer, some videos, everything that you have to get it together and go, okay, we're going to do something amazing. We're going to launch something, and we're going to really go to market or refine ourselves and go to market with our new price point, et cetera, et cetera. The idea is that once you're here, you pocket, a really good chunk of change, 30, 50, $100,000 just right out the gate, so that you actually have some momentum here. And then step 4 is once you've done that, then it's time to build your traffic machine using Skool, which is an LMS that I highly recommend using, YouTube, email, and ads. So at this point, most like programs or whatever, they say, here's how you build your traffic machine. Do this one thing, scale ads, get a sales team, blah, 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 blah. You'll hear one method, or I don't do any ads, and this is the way to do it. I'm removing all of that and just going, there are multiple ways to do it. And I want to mentor you and find out who you are and decide what the best thing is for you that feels right to you. So again, I'm marketing this way. That might not be the way that you want to market. Totally fine. Step 5 is creating the best education in your field. So this is really packaging your creative genius. I really know how to extract somebody's creative genius and put it into content. This is what I did with the mastering offer. I spent 10,000 hours training my ear, and I got people to be trained like that, in a matter of a few months. So I know how to extract education or extract genius to put it into education. Step 6, this is where the real fun comes in. Once you're at this place, we'll build your team. So we recruit, train, and pair for you. So we used to do all of this, like just quote for you. And that breaks down. It's not empowering. You don't own the business. What we do instead is we have all the SOPs and recruitment and et cetera, and we just build for you. So if you need like an executive assistant or an operator or an ads person, or whatever, we know how to recruit those people, train them, and then place them in your business. It's pretty cool. Just so you can focus on doing what you love. And then step 7 is managing your machine and maintaining 100K months. So this is easier said than done, but I've done this over and over and over again, so I'm not worried about that. Once you get there, that's where the fun comes in. We can now decide where you want to go. Super cool. And the way that we do this is community first, okay? So the way that this works is if you wanted to join Incubator and actually go forward with this, I'm looking for a few people to do this. And this is how some of the transformation will happen as well. Not only are we going to go through all those steps, but you will also get twice a week, weekly mentoring and collaboration calls. Now, this is different than any other thing that you've ever been through. I guarantee you that alone is worth it. And then we have a Skool community to collaborate with other Incubator members that are already in it towards the same goal. Again, it's like those free calls, but on steroids. It's so fun. And then, of course, access to all standard operating procedures, Rolodex of connections if you need anything with, video sales or you have a team member that needs to be trained on something. We have SOPs for it. Resources are covered. And then this is something I'm really excited to announce. This is not something that I've done at this price point before. It's usually much, much more expensive. Is one in-person event in San Diego or New York. So no worries if you can't go to this. It's recorded. We'll send it to you. But this is really fun. We get to get everybody together. I'm super excited for that. Notice I don't have a date or anything because I want to get to know all of you guys first and then figure out which spot and date works, and then we'll book it and make it happen. So I've done these before. They're all super fun. And so this is the time where you decide if you want to join. So want to join? Today is April 3rd, and I'm going to send out this video in like 30 minutes to everybody on the wait list and everybody else afterwards who wants to know about this. So enrollment starts April 3rd, and then we're all going to enroll and then end May 1st. Okay? We're stopping this process at May 1st. Okay? So now there's a member cap of 20 people. This will sell out super fast. There's way more people than that on the wait list, but now's the chance to get in now, right? If you don't get in now, you'll miss the event. Now's the time to get in. So 20. So I'm going for quality over quantity. I've sold thousands and thousands and thousands of courses in the past. I'm not doing that this time. I'm working with a small group of people and actually mentoring them because that's who I am and that's what I want to do. So what you'll do is you go to college.com/join, and it's cool. You just go here and it's just a page here, join incubator. It's a $99 application fee. So you'll limit this to 20 people. Applications are completely refundable. This will sell out quickly. You just click that and you pay it. So what's cool about this is it just gets rid of all the tire kickers. There's tons of people watching this video who just want to like lurk and see what I'm doing, or maybe copy, or just get ideas. And I don't know. I just don't appreciate that. So this just weeds out anybody who isn't serious. So this is obviously this is refundable. It's no big deal. But what I want you to do is go there and then apply that $99 application fee. It's completely refundable. Again, limited to 20 members. And then after you pay that, you'll fill out a small application. So I get to go through it and go, okay, who is this person? Are they a good fit? And I can sort of make that call. And if you're already doing, like I said, 100K months, just mark partners on your application. There's a place for you to check that off. I have something special for you. Just make sure that you mark that. Don't mark that unless you're doing 100K months. I don't want a bunch of people just joining that. And then, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to personally go through each application and select 20 people. So again, this will sell out super fast. There's way more people than that on the wait list. We'll see how this goes. And I'm just going to hand select the 20 people that I think is a good fit. So I'm going for quality over quantity. So make sure you take this really seriously. I will then email you or DM you in school if you're in school already to let you know if you got in. So it's pretty simple, pretty fun. Now, if you have any questions, apply first and then email back from the confirmation email that you get. Or if you're in school, send me a DM. So put the application in, pay it, get it in, just be on there, and then send me a DM if you have any questions. Okay, now the final sort of number that everybody's waiting for, the investment. I wanted to make this a total no-brainer, but also be respectful to your guys' actual financial picture. This isn't cheap, but it's not like out of this world expensive, okay? So the investment is $12K, but the way that we're going to do this is it's $12K, and you can pay 2, 3, 4, or 12. Okay? You can pick one. You can split it up into 2, split it up to 3, split it to 4, or 12. You can pick. So I just want it to be a no-brainer to get in. And for those who just want to like get in now and prioritize and just make this happen and they're super serious, it'll be $9,800 one time. So you have a few different options. You can either do $9,800 one time, bang it out, get it done, or $12K split into 2, 3, 4, or 12. That's a no-brainer. So I know that this will just sell out, and I'm really excited about it. I want this to be quality over quantity. I already have a few people in mind that I already know who's going to just jump on board. This will sell out really quickly. So be sure to join this. I don't want you to hesitate. Even if you have some questions or even if you don't think you can afford it, I just want to make it work for you. I care way more about that. So go here, college.com/join, and I'm really excited to see who comes through, and I really can't wait. I'll see you inside.